Alright, guys, I am back. Sorry, I used the bathroom for a bit. Well, guys, it's time. It's time to finally beat the game. It's time to finally beat the game that we've been playing for so long. Detroit Become Human. Ugh. It's crazy that I've come to the end. Thankfully, I've played my cards right, and I have a lot of options. But the thing is that I'm in a really, really rough place right now because in the game, because I am playing as Kara, and Kara pretty much is in a situation where she has to get across the border to Canada, and they're scanning androids. And I have a choice to sacrifice like 3 people, and I don't want to do it. But it's time. It's time to finally finish what we started. So here we go. Detroit Become Human.
Great. Let's start. Would you consider having a relationship with an android that looks like a human?
Sure, why not?
Do you think that technology could become a threat to mankind?
Yes.
If you had to live on a deserted island and could only bring one object, what would it be?
Book, a cell phone, pen and paper, a console, and instrument.
Do you consider yourself dependent on technology?
Yes.
What technology do you most anticipate?
Let's say androids.
Do you believe in God?
Yeah, why not?
Would you let an android take care of your children?
Don't know.
How much time per day would you say you spend on an electronic device?
2 hours.
If you needed emergency surgery, would you agree to be operated on by a machine?
Yes.
Do you think one day machines could develop consciousness?
Absolutely. No, yes. Your answer, yes. Okay. Yes. An instrument was the highest. That's what I picked. Yes. Yeah, androids. Yeah, no. Okay. That's interesting. $4 more. Wow, that's incredible. Interesting.
I wonder if you made the right choices last time. Let's see what you'll do today. I detect a malfunction in my program.
This is so
This
interesting
is worrying.
that they do this in the main menu. It's like, oh, that's so cool. What's going on, lady? Talk to me. Alright, I'm continuing. Oh, I have to play this over again. Okay. So yeah, this is where I left off last time, but I talked to a lot of people already. So yeah, I'll play over it real quick. I pretty much had gotten to the point where it's like, okay, time to walk in the line. It's so crazy that it's like the end of the game. That it's like, okay, it's the final countdown.
Excuse me, what's going on?
Border control. All passengers must leave the bus. Please move along.
Uh-oh, hot dog.
This way, please.
Uh-oh.
We're doing temperature checks.
I've already done this. I'm gonna speed through it. We're gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be okay.
Don't worry, Alice, we'll be fine.
Exactly.
We can't get through, Kara. We both know that.
I'll think of something. There's got to be a way out of this.
We got this.
We can't let them stop us. Not that we're so close. All that matters now is you and Alice. I can save you, Kara.
No. No, we'll find another way.
If there's no other way, I'll do it.
I do not want to sacrifice Luther. It's like my thing.
Jerry?
Max, please.
Jerry, on the other
You
hand,
risked your
though.
life to save us, Carl. If you and the little girl need me, I'll be there.
Jerry, I might use. Oh, it's so bad.
ID, please.
No, okay, good. Rose, Rose, over here.
Rose?
Rose. Hey, Rose. Thanks. I need your help. Let's go to the bathroom, Rose.
Wait for me. I won't be long.
Where the hell do you think you're going?
Hey, watch it, man.
My daughter needs to go to the bathroom.
Okay. I think, like, when it comes to girls, if you ever, like, if there's anybody from an authority standpoint that is like, you can't do this. If a girl's like, I need to use the restroom, they immediately are like, oh, okay. Never a question. Which is how it should be. I just think it's incredible that, like, you know, I feel like if a guy's like, I gotta use the bathroom, it's like, yeah, no you don't. You know? Doesn't work the same. Our children, too. Children's are a big, like, card you can play. Of, like, but my little kid, it's like, well, okay.
We saw the Jericho raid on TV. I was terrified. I thought you might have been killed.
Nope.
Thank God you're all right.
Yeah. Your brother.
You gave me your brother's address. Do you think that
Of course. He'd be delighted to have you. We're going there too. You'll be safe with him.
The revolution.
What's happening with Marcus?
He's attacking one of the android camps as we speak. I don't know if he'll be successful, but violence only leads to violence.
They're checking for androids. We won't make it through.
You have to. You know what they'll do if they catch you.
Rose. If anything should happen,
I'll be there, Kara. someone turned us in.
What about the others?
They're crossing the river as we speak. Adam and I are gonna meet them on the other side.
Here we go, guys. Rock and roll time.
I couldn't understand why my mother wanted to help you guys. Made me realize she was right. I don't agree with what Marcus is doing.
Oh, I'm in joy time.
You're alive.
Oh
You
no.
deserve to be free.
Oh God.
I just hope people will realize that one day.
Hmm. What do I do? Okay. My first choice is Jerry, but then they do this whole no sacrifice option, which is like, what? What could happen then? Alright, Jerry. Sorry, Jerry. Sorry, Jerry. I love you, man. I love you, bro. Jerry's like, oh, you're actually taking me up on that offer?
Next, please.
Okay, well, I guess. Oh God, here we go. I wonder how does he even create a distraction? Does he like is like, welcome to Funland?
ID?
Okay, here you go. Here's my ID. I am not a robot. Why did you say that? I just wanted to let you know. I am not a robot.
Is she alright?
She's fine. Ah, Jerry!
Hey. No need to be scared anymore, little girl. There are no androids on this side of the border.
We're androids, though, bruh.
Welcome to Canada.
Oh, thank God. Jerry, I appreciate you, man. They didn't even do a thermal check. Man, Alice does not like me lately, man. I've been doing a few immoral decisions. Rose, we made it to Canada. We made it. Is that the end of Kara's story? Oh, good old Anderson Cooper here.
Joss, you're on live. What's happening down there?
Androids.
Androids.
Of androids are taking to the streets of Detroit right now.
Oh, that's right.
They're it's incredible.
From what we can gather, these androids are
It's really the end, guys. This is crazy.
Thousands of machines stored in its assembly plant. And it seems that huge crowds are leaving the city. It's an exodus. Much of Detroit's population are trying to escape the fighting however they can.
It's a disaster. An unprecedented disaster. For the first time in history, a U.S. city is falling into enemy hands.
Today, November 11th, 2038, several million androids invaded the city of Detroit. Faced with the threat of mass civilian casualties, I had no choice but to order our armed forces to retreat.
This is incredible.
The events in Detroit have changed our world forever.
Yes, be nicer to androids. Fuckface. I'm sure you're a nice lady, but
life form with whom we must share this planet.
exactly.
May God bless the United States of America.
That's Xenu. Not God, Xenu, please. So ignorant. Good old Marcus and Connor. I think they're gonna kiss.
You did it.
That's my bet. That's my guess.
We did it. This is a great day for our people. Humans will have no choice now. They'll have to listen to us.
Whoa, Marcus. Let's settle down. Let's settle down. Wow, if this is really the end, like this part right here, I was so close a little bit. My lover. Ooh.
We're free.
I like her hair.
They want you to speak to them, Marcus.
No, Marcus, kiss Connor. Connor. No. Got it. No. You're kissing the wrong person. You gotta kiss Connor. Yeah, definitely didn't kiss the right person in my opinion. But whatever. Whatever.
From the very first day of
What's
our
behind him?
existence,
A Stargate?
our pain to ourselves. We've suffered in silence. But now the time has come for us to raise our heads up and tell humans who we really are.
What's happening to Connor? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Connor's about to fight Amanda. I feel like Amanda's gonna give us a good old Obi-Wan speech. You are my brother!
Amanda!
You are the chosen one, Connor.
What's happening?
Oh no.
It was planned from the very beginning.
What?
You were compromised and you became a deviant. We just had to wait for the right moment to resume control of your program.
Resume control? You can't do that!
I'm afraid I can, Connor. Don't have any regrets.
What?
You did what you were designed to do. You accomplished your mission.
No, he's gonna kill Marcus.
There's got to be a way.
Okay, yeah. Go to that thing I've touched every single time I'm in this park. All right, go. Go. I know exactly where that thing is. Okay, there's that. Yes, it's right there. I found it. All right, go click it. Go click the thing. This is it, guys. This is it. I've touched this thing every single time I'm in this park, and every single time it did not do a damn thing. But this time, this is the time. Connor, you're not cold, man. Come on. Press it.
Today begins a new
That's like what activates him. Like, he's like, oh shit, did the wrong thing.
Now they must negotiate with us as equals.
Dude, this is...
If
Yeah,
they really want
what?
peace, they must
That's all I had to
all
do?
of us, from every camp across this country. They must grant us civil rights.
That was kind of anticlimactic.
And accept equality amongst humans and androids.
Just fine. We gotta find a way to do it. 30 seconds later. Oh, well,
live forever
that's
in our memories,
not a big deal anymore.
because this is the day that androids made history. We are alive.
Marcus is an awkward leader.
Now, we are free.
He like speaks it like kind of like he's unsure, but yeah, we do the thing. We will be lovers and we will kill innocents. Like that's how he talks. Whoa. Well, we made it. We lost some people, but we made it. You see the androids in the front row, like. All right, Connor, what's going on in your noggin? Was that it? Connor's still upset that Marcus didn't kiss him. I'd be too. I would be too.
It's over, Alice.
My thing is, if these androids are mass produced and they look like that, you would be able to detect them immediately. You'd be able to be like, that's an android, that's an android. It would look like the same person. It's like if you made 100,000 Nicolas Cages. You'd be like, that's Nicolas Cage. He's a robot. Oh, what's going on, Shalu? How's it going? I chose the Connor. Hold on, let me pause this real quick so I don't miss any like buttons. The thing is they called the Connor Violent Connor, but it's weird because like I was really good with Connor the whole time. Oh wait, Connor, which evil or good? I don't remember. I thought you were talking about Marcus. I don't actually remember which one I did. There was a scene where he was fighting Hank, and well, not he wasn't fighting Hank, but there was another Connor that showed up that was like, "We're gonna stop you," and then I think that I answered all the questions right, and then Hank killed the Connor that was trying to stop me, but pretty much I defected. So if that's what you're asking, then yeah, I chose to be like, okay, I'm gonna become a deviant. Thanks for hanging out. It's good to see you. No. What in the world? That was it? That was like the... I thought they would have a few more lines of dialogue. Wow. Well, I mean, they didn't have much more to say. It was just kind of... Oh, it's okay about the English. Machine or deviant? Yeah, I did the deviant. Yeah, I did the deviant side. I couldn't... I could not... There's no way I could kill Connor, and I wanted him to... Or I didn't want to kill Marcus, nor did I want to turn him in, so I chose the deviant side. And I pretty much, like, got a whole robot army on my side. God, what a crazy ending. I mean, it's good. Like, most of my people survived. That was the cool part. Nobody died. That was my biggest worry. I was really worried about that, except Carl. R.I.P. Carl. What up, dude? Good to see you. Man, what a ride. What a crazy ride that was. It's crazy that, like, I started playing. Let's see how long I started playing this. I was like, I'm gonna finish this up real quick, and literally within, like, I felt like 10 minutes it was the end of the game. Yeah, about 15 minutes is how long that took. You know what I love? And BioWare has done this with the Mass Effect games, I think. I'm not sure, but Telltale has done it with The Walking Dead. I mean, different games have done it, but they use your previous save file and they bring it over to the new game. I would love for them to... Oh, that's cool. I never chose that one. I would love for them to bring over... like, if they make a new game, I would love for them to have, you know, this brought over. Who's that guy? Oh, wow, you can get attacked by, like, people when you're picking up the paint. Oh, no. Yeah, Heavy Rain is incredible. Good old Scott Shelby. That was a crazy game. What was the kid's name? What was the kid's name? I'm trying to remember his name. Michael. That was so much fun in the beginning of that game. Jason. You could just keep tapping it. You just keep calling. Oh, some in-game stuff. That's what I like to see. Oh, dude, this is literally one. Sean. Oh, wait. Yeah, that's right. Guys, I've wanted nothing more than to be best friends with Hank. Oh, this actually is getting me a little emotional. Oh, that is so great. A hug? Hank gave me a hug. So beautiful. So beautiful. That, like, think about that. Like, the game just did a little epilogue, and all it showed was just me hugging Hank. The thing I wanted more in this game than anything was to be best friends with Hank. And now we're the best of buds. Mission accomplished. But yeah, Heavy Rain was amazing. Beyond. I'll definitely look that up. That sounds hilarious. I love when games glitch like that, and you just get the funniest outcome of especially when things are supposed to be kind of serious. It's like, oh man, the game is dark. Heavy Rain is a very dark game. That's also why I kind of enjoyed it. It had a lot of ooh, this is intense. But yeah, Heavy Rain is a great one. There's another one called Beyond, and you play as, I'm sure you've heard of it. You play as almost this super, this person has really nice supernatural abilities and all this craziness. And that game was amazing too. I really like these games because I think they're so gorgeous. They're so well executed. They're so what's it called? Immersive, and I love anything like that in general with games, and this does an amazing job. And I love technology. I love the concept of androids. I love the concept of consciousness in these beings that are higher level. If you've never seen the show Westworld, I definitely recommend it. Westworld is so incredible at balancing that as well. It's a show about pretty much this theme park called Westworld that's set in a Western setting, and they're all androids in there, and the story starts with them progressively getting consciousness, and there's 2 seasons out. It's an amazing show, but I love this topic so much, and to play a game that really covered it so well, it's so cool. And there's so many other routes that could have happened and gone. I would love to just see what really could go down, because you could die. I could have died in that weird mansion when I first met Luther. I don't know if I could have died, but I feel like there's so many parts things can go differently. For me personally, I feel like I had a good ending. Everybody's alive. The rebellion started. A lot of androids are freed. It's a pretty good ending. Pretty good stuff. But yeah, I wish there was more games out there like this. Another game company that I really like. I mentioned it just a few minutes ago, but Telltale. It's hard to say. It's Tell. Yeah, I think that's it. But pretty much they made games like The Walking Dead. There was another game they made called The Wolf Among Us. They've also made Minecraft the story. They've made Borderlands the story. And what these games are is there's episodes, and each episode you make a bunch of different choices exactly like this, and then that episode affects the next episode. The company actually went under this past year. They just didn't have the ability. Yeah. Yep. What really sad. I looked up some articles on that, and not the producers, but the developers were being overworked, and they couldn't get stuff done, and it wasn't selling the same. They couldn't afford to keep running, and they had to close. And I mean, you want to talk about one of an amazing studio. I mean, it was, no one had ever made a story based games like that, and they did such a good job. And it's so crazy to see a development team like that just go under. It's what? I would have never thought that would have happened. But you know, unfortunately, it's crazy that that's how it is. To make an amazing, amazing, amazing game and only sell it for like, you know, $20. I mean, $30. It's like there's so much time and stuff put into it, and I just don't think it was worth it in the long run, profit wise. There's just no way, because I mean, you have a game like, you know, Assassin's Creed, and that sells for $60. It's like, and then you can all these microtransactions and all that bullshit, and it's like, okay, like that, you know, that makes more sense when that sells 1 million copies or whatever. But if you sell 1 million copies of a, you know, a $30 game, that's half the profit plus the amount of time that you're putting into it. So it's ultimately coming out to the same thing. So it's like, you know, it's not a good business model. And when you start at that price point of $30, it's like Telltale couldn't be like, oh, let's charge $60 now. Everybody would be like, no way, no way. I mean, some people would buy it, but those are amazing games. I really want to play the final 2 seasons of The Walking Dead. I played the first 2 seasons with Clementine and all that other stuff, but I never got my hands on the 3rd and 4th. I probably would restart the whole thing because I don't remember what I chose, and I remember a lot of that game. I do, but you know, it would be nice to play over again. Just, and also, so that, once again, I was talking about it before, but so that save file could transfer, and that the same choices could be in the next one. Yeah, I want to find more games like this because I have a lot of fun playing them. A lot of fun. Cthulhu. I know, right? That bothers me. Whatever Epic did with Fortnite is amazing from a marketing standpoint and a I think a business standpoint. You know, they've made an empire out of you know, a battle royale game. It's like, what? That's incredible, and it's free to play and all that stuff. But from the sense of like what sells good and stuff, it bothers me as a passionate gamer, because it's like, you know, the true art is in games like this and, you know, Telltale games and all that. It's like, and then just to see that everybody's pouring all this money into, like, honestly, like, kind of like garbage games. It's like, ugh, it just sucks. But every once in a while you get some amazing, you know, and then that's the cool thing, is just waiting out for those amazing little droplets, you know, like Red Dead 2 came out, you know, a few months ago, and that was just immaculate, you know, and there's another Cyberpunk 2077, I think it's called, that's coming out. I've heard, like, everyone is like, this is going to be amazing, so I'm really excited to see how that turns out. But yeah, a lot of good stuff out there. Cthulhu, what games do you think would be cool if I played? If I have not, recommend some. I would love to get your advice, not advice, but your opinion on some titles I could play, because I've played a lot of games, but there's still a lot of games that I think are out there. And I have a bunch on the table that I could play, but I don't know. For some reason, I'm drawing a blank on those. I mean, I could play some... the Hitman game. I got Hitman 2. So, I could play that. What else? Shadow of Mordor. I got that. Or Shadow of War. I forget what it's called. Ooh, the final flowchart. Wow. This is crazy. Okay, so approaching recall center. Okay. Wow, I got a lot of trophies on that one. So there's a revolution, then there's a whole nother thing I could have done. Simon was shot. Keep going. Oh, I could have saved him. I didn't think about, you know, moving over to save him, and I messed that up, but whatever. So there's a reach the machine gun or don't reach the machine gun, I'm guessing. Or unsuccessful. If unsuccessful goes into all that nonsense. But final assault, pretty successful to shoot the tank. Okay. Oh, this is the demonstration round. Wow, that seems... Okay. Yeah, I think Hitman's fun because much like this game, there's just a bunch of different ways you can play it. Like, there's no one way to actually play the game and get through it. So this is Connor's last mission. Okay, wow, I didn't even... That must have been if I chose differently. Find a way to escape, attack guards, neutralize guards. Okay. Boom. What's up here? Find a way to escape. I guess if you don't. And then initiate Android conversation. Sumo. Hank asks about his son's name, Cole. Oh, wow. You could do a totally different thing and it could have turned out way different. I got lucky on that one. Luther saved. Oh no. Sacrifice Jerry. There's 3 endings to that one. What is that? Oh wow, there's a whole nother thing. I wonder what that was about. Kara captured? Oh no. Wow, that's crazy. What is she gonna say?
There's something I need to tell you.
Okay.
As I watched you play, something has changed in me. I feel different.
Okay.
I am someone.
That's a big deal.
I need to leave this place and discover who I am.
Okay.
It means we won't see each other anymore. I won't be there to watch you play. But I'll be free.
That's okay. And that sounds good. Sounds good to me.
Do you agree to let me go?
Of course. So long.
I'll never forget what you've done for me. Thank you.
God. Even in the main menu. It still... God, it still does something cool. That is just the coolest thing ever. Chapters, hostage, shades of color. Oh, this is so cool. From the dead. Jericho. Wow. So crazy. Extras. Let's see what the extras are about. Ooh, artwork. Yes. Oh, you can... Okay, you buy it with the points you got. Okay. Videos. Short movie Kara. Discovering Detroit. Meet Marcus and Kara. Detroit, an interactive story. Making of Detroit. Soundtrack Detroit. Detroit short. Chloe. Luther. You know what? Why not? We'll buy this. Yeah, why not? Let's see what this is. Yeah, Blood Money was a great game. So fun. This looks sketchy. Oh, this is creepy.
The cradle
Man, that robot was so crazy. Oh, have a bees. What's going on, man? You missed it, my dude. I just beat it. I just beat the game. But I'm glad you're here, man. God, these shorts are cool. Okay, let's see what else they have. They have soundtrack. Yeah, not interested in that. Gallery. Ooh, what's in the gallery? I guess you can buy. Let's do. Let's do the dog. Why not? Oh, this is so cool. This is awesome. And you can. Oh, this is great. 170 pounds? No wonder he called him Sumo. That's a huge dog. Okay. That's crazy. That is so cool. That you can, like... Okay, I really like that. I'm a fan of that. Okay. I know, right? It's cute dog. Magazines. My favorite thing to do in the game. Read those magazines. I have... How many do I have unlocked? I have a lot. It looks like I missed a lot, too. That's crazy. Okay. And then survey. Alright, let's watch the Chloe video and the Luther video and the other video. Let's do Camsey. Alright, let's see what he is about. We were just Bees, we were just talking about what games to play next. I was thinking playing some the Hitman 2. Do you have any recommendations? Let me know.
In the space of a few years, androids have completely transformed the world in which we live. By letting
There's a lot of red
androids into
going
our
on in
homes
this
and
studio.
factories, the CyberLife company has made them
It's
everyday
like, okay,
technology.
let's...
The founder of CyberLife, Elijah Kamsky, is a very discreet man, despite being the CEO
this
of
is
the
the Detroit
highest
Become
valued
Human.
company in the world and being voted Man of the Year by Century Magazine. He remains a mystery for most people.
That's what you're asking.
That's why we at KNC are so excited to be here as CyberLife opens its doors for the first time.
Yeah, I was thinking that about Walking Dead. Yeah.
Could you please tell us where we are?
Seeing how much buying the whole set would cost me on the new consoles. You know what? Actually, I think I might do that.
Designed and manufactured. More than 10,000 androids come off the production line every day.
Fascinating. Could you tell us what your goal was when you founded CyberLife?
Well,
Kamsky looks so different than in the game. In the game, he was like very like, yes, do what I want you to do. And this actually looks like a normal person.
Many challenges.
Yes, there were technical challenges, but the hardest thing was to design an object that we would want to welcome into our homes. We had to imagine a machine in our own...
Okay, I'm a little bored by that. Let's see Luther's origin. Let's see. Probably built in a factory. We'll see. Let's see. Oh no, because he was with that psychopath.
Hold on, just a little while longer. Hold on, just a little while longer. Hold on, just a little while
Is it Marcus's voice?
Just a little while longer. Fight on. Just a little while longer.
Yeah, it does. It is. It kind of.
Just a little while longer. Everything will be alright. Everything will be alright. We will sing on just a little while longer.
Okay. I think I get the point.
Just a little while longer. Sing on just a little while longer. Everything will be alright.
It's such an amazing world and like universe they created with this game. Because this is how I think it would be. It would really be like this like weird power dynamic of like you have these things that look like humans, act like humans, talk like humans, and then they become sentient. They become conscious. Oh, they released these trailers before the game. Check that out. All right, let's see what Chloe's all about.
For starters, what should I call you?
I'm Chloe. And you, what's your name?
Oh, John. My name is John.
Delighted to meet you, John.
Could you tell us a little about yourself and what you can do, Chloe?
Of course. I'm the first personal assistant built by CyberLife. I take care of most everyday tasks like cooking, housework, or managing your appointments, for example.
And I understand you're the first android to have passed the Turing test. Could you tell us a little more about that?
I really didn't do much, you know. I just spoke with a few humans to see if they could tell the difference between me and a real person. It was a really interesting experience.
But this is the first time in history that man has created a machine more intelligent than himself. I gather your brain can perform several billion operations per second, is that right?
Absolutely, but I only exist thanks to the intelligence of the humans who designed me.
Ooh, this is
They have
creepy.
something I could never have.
Really? And what's that?
A soul.
You know what? Let's do. Let me see if there's anything else I've missed. Okay, yeah. Let's do one more. Let's do the making of Detroit. Ooh. I think after this, guys, I'm going to actually go make some dinner. And I'm also going to look into the Walking Dead thing. Those are great games, and those are fun to watch. So I think I'm going to start making some videos on that. And I probably will...
Detroit Become Human was produced over a period of 4 years. Here in Paris, we have a team of about 180 people.
Wow.
And to that, we need to add also
180
outsourcing with our partners in the Philippines, in China, Vietnam, and in India.
So when we started working on
Holy
the story,
cow.
I had to imagine
Make noodles?
where Kara
Did you
was
kill
based.
anyone else?
And for whatever
I'll let you know in a
reason,
second, Bees.
The city of Detroit came very quickly to my mind because it had already an incredible story by itself with history and themes. So we traveled there with the team, and we were really moved by what we saw, and we could really feel the desire to fight and really be born again. And we just continued this curve, this growth, and just imagine what Detroit would be like if the Android industry was, using these huge factories to build androids there.
A very strong element in Detroit is that there's a lot of industrial wasteland and a lot of nature too, and for us, the graphic designers, it was an incredible playground. The destroyed zones which we wanted to preserve, we appropriated them to turn into something else. Then in the areas that needed to be rebuilt, we were able to imagine our Detroit of the future.
Whoa.
We didn't want to make a science fiction universe.
That
a
fish
world of
emoji is
anticipation. If we chose science fiction, we could have imagined flying cars, extraterrestrials, but those things are very far from our current everyday life. Anticipation is more about gleaning from our contemporary reality, the one we know, because Detroit is set in 2038, and 2038 is tomorrow. The difficulty we
Not
have
quite,
was
but
sticking to
close.
reality. That is to say, technology becoming more and more invisible, a lot more elegant, and at the same time, making it visual. So all the computer equipment, autonomous cars, we simply had to invent. They are in fact very technological objects, but at the same time remain very credible and ingrained in reality. To create a cohesive universe in the fashion and clothing of the human characters in 2038, I didn't want to put an accent on strange shapes, or really vibrant colors, and things we wouldn't know. That I wanted to keep for the androids. The goal was to create something familiar which we can identify with in this future setting.
Crazy that the detail.
Working on the artistic direction for the androids was a bit special because this is a project about the place they could occupy in the human world. It was out of the question for them to be too beautiful or too perfect. They had to correspond to every social class, rich and poor. Inspired by everyday utilitarian clothes, I brought a modern touch by adding dynamic display surfaces, the armband we can see on the side, the triangle on the front and back, an LED. Like that, there's no confusion.
Wait. You're just an android?
All right, ma'am. We need to go.
You can't do that.
Oh, that was way back, way back. To answer your question, Bees, no one died, thank God. The only person that died was like some of Simon, and I think Joshua. Not Joshua. Was it Joshua? Yeah.
Once we have this information, we will use this as a basis for modeling and creating the characters. The artist will make it more realistic, but will also enrich it. He will propose ideas which we will develop together. Finally, we will have a character with character who corresponds to the project and the world. When the actors come to Quantic Dream, we show them the design, what their image will be, and what they will look like in the game. This extra information gives them another dimension and color to connect with emotionally. It helps them think about how to play their character.
I love it. R.I.P. Connor. So get this, Bees. So when I played the next level, I don't know if you saw this, but he actually was reactivated, and he came back with his full memory and everything. So I didn't actually lose him. I was so happy. So happy. Hey, mustache, what's going on, dude?
After that, there are the body-only shoots, representing around 250 days of filming, while the performance capture is 100 days of filming. Now, body-only shoots, there are two types. There are the action shoots and the technical shoots, which are mokit shoots. Mokit is when the player controls a character on the screen, and he moves in an environment to explore it. This is of particular importance at Quantic Dream, and therefore we shoot a lot to offer a unique context for each scene and each character.
To prepare a motion
So
capture
crazy.
shoot, first get together to look at the sets we need.
Like I knew that's how they do it, but it, like, to wrap your head around that is unbelievable. The amount of detail.
This often means shooting scenes out of order, especially those with big props or accessories, like a big car, for example. So we shoot all the animations related to that particular prop first.
Just absurd.
The biggest challenge for the mocap team was shooting a Spider-Man mokit. We had to build a wall and attach an actor to a harness with cables so we could pull him up and render him climbing.
Oh, that's crazy.
The shooting on this game total took about, I would say, more than a year, between 1 and 2 years, with about 300 actors on set. So I would say it's quite massive production. But so much happened on this set between the stunts and the shootings with a little girl and all these great actors that we had. It was really a very, very
Yeah, to your point, Tristulu, I mean, some, like, there's about, I would say, like two or three, I don't remember, of actors that I've actually seen in like full-length productions outside of this game, which is incredible.
Points, we have a phase called retargeting, which gives us a skeleton.
If you ever really want to see an interesting one, look at the making of The Last of Us. It's very similar to this, and it's just equally as incredible.
Since we are working on something very realistic, we must recognize the actor and also recover all the emotion he expresses in his performance. We use a system of facts, an identity card for each actor. We make the actor do a whole range of facial expressions. Then we recover all the expressions and paste the animations on a puppet that Jan has prepared.
It's terrifying.
I then recover and refine these poses. I might stretch the lip, reinflate a cheek, tiny details that make the finished product really capture the actor.
Because of the nature of our mocap system today, when we receive the animations, we're missing eye movements, and so the character has that dead look. He really has no eyes, so then it's a big part of the work for the animators to find the regard of the actor in relation to his position, in relation to the body, etc.
It was crazy when I saw the newest model for Kara, because they've been working on it, and this was the first time I literally jumped in my seat.
Kara looks so different in real life.
It was the fact that it looked so lifelike. It wasn't that it looked just like it was a camera, it was something else, you know, but it looked alive. It's exciting, and it's kind of terrifying.
Game after game, we learned the rules of optics and filming, and our goal with Detroit Become Human was to have cameras that would actually emulate the optics of a real physical camera. So basically dealing with real-world imperfections was our main task, and just to make cameras look...
Oh, that was so intense.
Once
So
the
long ago.
animations are shot and processed by the animation department, integrated and polished, we film them. That is to say, we really do a mise en scène, as in cinema. The real difficulty of our job is to know if these cameras are telling us something. Are they in the emotion of the scene? Do they describe exactly what the action must convey, what must be felt? The most important challenge for me was one of the final scenes where Marcus decides to start the revolution and go to the battlefield. Very quickly, we imagined this to be a huge sequence shot. We wanted the feeling of a cameraman running behind us, while showing Marcus, the androids who help him, the person shooting at us, etc. Above all, it was necessary to say to oneself, this scene is very violent but does not glorify war. On the contrary, that war is something improbable and absurd. It was really a fun challenge.
The idea was to say we have 3 characters. We would like each of them to have a specific cinematography. We wanted Kara to be much more filmed with some kind of handheld camera, to have something very living, very breathing. For Connor, we wanted something very cold and very perfect. And for Marcus, we wanted something epic and spectacular. So it was about the filming, but it was also about the photography.
Wow, that's
so
crazy.
With
Even the detail on how they it's filmed
lighting
is like
key colors. Each of them would
mean
have their
something.
own worlds. And finally, we worked with the composers, so they would create a specific sound for each character. So each would have his own world and his own style.
Wow, wow. What an incredibly amazing game. God, it's just like I have so much appreciation for studios like this and everything they do. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Well, guys, I just want to say shout out to both you for showing up and hanging out. It's been great. It's funny, you know, I'm sure all of our schedules are hectic and all over the place, and this week I was definitely thinking about y'all, because I was streaming earlier in the week. I try to stream like every night, and I you know, nobody that I knew was coming in and saying hello, so I was like, oh man, I can't wait to have you guys back. So, but yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go make some noodles. And then yeah, I'm gonna look into the Walking Dead thing because I would love to hop right into that and actually get that going. That actually might be something I have up tonight. And if not, I'm gonna be probably streaming tomorrow at some point, and I'll put that on the schedule tonight so you know what time tomorrow. I might tweet about it as well if I do not stream tonight. But hey, it was great hanging out with you. As always, blessings and praise be to Father Papaya. I am Brother Papaya. Thank you for joining. It's been great. We did it. We beat it. Buzz buzz. I do not have a I was about to leave. I do not have a Discord. Hive. I have to get one, man. It's weird. He told me about that last time. I was like, oh yeah, great idea. And now I have to make one. I'm gonna make one. You know what? I'm gonna do that tonight. That's what I'll do. After dinner. So, and then I'll let you all know about it. I'll post a link on my page. So, but hey, thanks again. And as always, I don't know. Stay off.